What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Julian Fates podcast, where again we are not a Star Wars or a Harry Potter podcast. It's until we get to Star Wars, I'm gonna keep doing that. And we are dreaming about the dreamy Joseph Gordon-Levitt. So, today we're talking about Inception. He's dreamy.
I mean, he's alright.
No, he's dreamy. I think he's him and Tom Hardy are the only dreamiest people in this. Well, Cillian Murphy is dreamy too, but like in a different way. But I think Tom Hardy and Joseph Gordon-Levitt are the dreamiest people in this movie.
Hey,
You're getting close to where Leo won't date you, so don't.
Well, I don't care about Leo. He's not important in any world.
He's the main character in this.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares about the main character.
True. Nobody cares about Cobb. I mean, Michael Caine the goat, though.
Yeah, Michael Caine actually kind of breaks the whole theory around this movie. So,
well, lots of things break the whole theory on this movie.
That's kind of fair.
Also,
yeah,
I love just knowing that every Christopher Nolan show is gonna have the exact same cast, no matter what.
No, I think this is like right between. So this is like him right between the time where he was using all the same cast all the time when it came to like the Dark Knight and stuff like that, and then his transition to more like more nuance, like more change of cast later in his career with like Robert Pattinson, John David Washington, everyone like Tenet and stuff like that.
Well, obviously he uses new actors sometimes, but I don't. Cillian Murphy has been in every single movie that Nolan has ever made ever.
Hey, it's good. He gets consistent work.
I mean, Cillian Murphy's awesome, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
But like,
I don't know how much he was in this movie. I thought he was like before I watched the movie, I was like, hey, he's in it for like a few scenes. They kind of just like avoid him the whole time, but you see him every so often.
no, he's in there.
I'm like, he's basically a main character at this point.
I mean, he's like the main plot point for most of the movie. Like,
he is the main.
He is the plot point. They are in his mind.
He is the plot.
Even though the plot of this movie never really tracks anywhere ever. Dude, I get that it's supposed to be confusing. It's dreamland. No, I just don't.
I don't think it's that confusing though.
No, I just think Christopher Nolan was way too fucking high when he wrote this script. 420 was a couple days ago at the time of recording. I think he was just fucking blazed out of his mind. Eating some fucking Doritos Locos Tacos and writing the goofiest shit he could think of.
Let's go in 2010. I thought this was a 2013 film. Oh god.
Yeah, it's old.
I'm a little off there. Holy shit.
As always, I mean, great visuals from a Christopher Nolan film.
Bro knows
Shocker.
how to film spectacle.
Yes, it is a great spectacle.
One thing I did notice while watching this,
Yeah,
Christopher Nolan still did not know how to shoot action.
no, he's never really figured that part out.
No, he's great at everything besides filming action. There's one good action scene, but like it's because not the action, but because of the things going around it, meaning the hallway.
Yeah, even that though. That one, so I was watching this with my aunt at the time, and it was making her sick the way the movie did some things, which I think is funny. She was getting like car sick watching the hallway spin. I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah. You've never seen this movie before though.
No, I hadn't.
So what did you think about it?
It was fine.
Is it fine like Christopher Nolan fine, or is it fine like Christopher Nolan's fine?
Christopher
like
Nolan,
7,
this
8.
is a bad movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's a
I
bad
think this
movie.
might be Nolan's worst movie.
Like, and it's like, it's okay. You can watch it. Will I ever watch it again? I don't know. Probably
It's been
not.
a while since I watched it. I was like, I remember like most of this movie, I think, and then I rewatched it. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Like, the cast is great, which I don't think is news. I don't know if Christopher Nolan could ever make a movie without a great cast, because I think Christopher Nolan's like the type of director that they call and people just agree to do the movie. They don't care.
I mean, if Chris Nolan called you, would you be like, nah?
Depends on the movie.
Well, he did like again. This is like his worst movie. And this was like 14 years ago at this point, and he's done since then. He's done The Dark Knight Rises. He's done Interstellar. He's done Tenet. He's done uh Oppenheimer. He's done a ton of great movies since then. And honestly, he's gotten better,
Sure.
in my opinion.
For
So,
sure. But yeah,
um,
the
it's
whole
weird to say that this is his worst movie.
well, I mean, there's probably definitely some worse movies somewhere in his list. His list of movies is also weird because he's like listed as an executive producer on some of the biggest shit fests of all time. Like,
I still don't consider if he's a producer being like his fault. That's more the everyone else's
I mean,
fault.
if you're part of it, you can fix it, or at least give it an
Yes.
attempt.
But the PA can
Like,
fix the
just
fucking movie.
knock Zack Snyder out. That would have fixed a lot. Just
Well, someone needs to knock Zack Snyder out now because he's doing fucking Rebel Moon and doing
someone
jack
needs
shit
to
with
knock his fans out.
it. I
Um,
used to be one of those fans, which is really depressing.
That's tough. But yeah, like,
Uh.
so I get that it's not confusing. I don't.
Word.
So maybe it's an issue for me. This all goes back to what we talked about sometime on this show.
Yeah,
I
think
can't
about it.
visualize things.
Yeah.
I don't dream. So the whole idea of things happening in dreams makes no sense to me. That's not a thing.
Do I have
Can't
to explain
happen.
dreaming to you.
No, I understand, but like, no, I don't know. I guess nobody can ever implant an idea in my head because there's no dreams to
They
enter.
could. They just had to text it. They just had to write it down and then just shove it somewhere.
They create a dream. I definitely wouldn't notice something's wrong. The fuck?
That's fair.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
Also in this world, like this whole like dream like implantation bullshit and stuff like heist thing is so well known that they have like top corporate executives go through like military training for this.
it's well known, but it's also not well known.
It's
Which
because
is
I'm like super confused. I'm like these guys are like the best heist people, and cops running away from the police in America.
for
But like
murder, I guess.
yeah, I guess, but like
Because his wife framed him for her own murder.
when he couldn't just like I mean I guess the lawyer had it beforehand, but like still like
Yeah.
wouldn't the lawyer be like really confused like yes she jumped off a building when Cobb was in the other building and probably didn't leave that room
Well,
until
so, but
got
that's the thing is it's time before security cameras. How can you prove he was in the other room and not in the room she was in? Also, why did she send him to that room and then she's across on a different building? It's like, what is happening? I don't.
This is easier just to frame him if you're just sitting in the fucking same windowsill.
Right? Like, I see Christopher Nolan. I think he just forgot who he was and what he was doing for this entire movie.
It's a bad movie at all. I just think it's like bad in Christopher Nolan standards.
Yeah. I also don't understand.
You don't understand how dreams work.
That's not what I was gonna say. No. What is their name?
Elliot Page.
Yeah. Thank you. I was like looking at the cast and I apparently didn't scroll up far enough. I was like, they're not here. That character, why they exist though?
So,
Okay, I get it. If I know, then the ghost of my wife can attack us at any point. She gets them everywhere anyways. It never mattered, and he's supposed to be the best architect that's ever lived. Why do you need her?
The reason why is I think it's because it's easier for her to get in and figure out where they are every time if he's the one building them.
But it never mattered.
He automatically knows where they are.
Literally
least-
4 seconds into the first dream for Cillian Murphy's character, they get hit by a fucking train.
That's not
It's
mod,
the
though.
but it's the same
Well, it's a
thing.
mod or
It's his
mod? It's
brain. I
Mal.
don't know. His brain is still the issue there. If it was always going to be an
It
issue,
is.
let him design it around the issue. I don't understand. That doesn't make sense.
He doesn't trust himself, so you trust Elliot Page to go do it.
I guess.
The fucking names in this fucking movie are fucking weird.
Yeah, you got Cobb, and
Well, Cobb's relatively normal. There's Randall Cobb in the NFL.
that's a last name.
Yeah, well, that's his last name too. His
I
first
know.
name's like James or something like that. And then there's I don't fucking know how to say Elliot Page's fucking name. There's Eames. I mean, Yusuf's pretty normal, but like Mal, who the fuck's names their kid Mal?
Mal?
Mal. The Nolan's kids are James. Is the kids.
Yeah. James, Philippa? I don't know.
That's
Ugh.
Philip.
Philippa. That's right. Because it's Philip with an A. Philippa.
Yeah.
I don't fill up a cup and cry, I guess. I don't fucking know.
So we probably should get onto like the story of this whole thing.
I'm trying.
So basically, this is a heist movie.
Time heist.
It's not even. It's a dream. It's not even a heist. It's like
It's
heisting
a reverse heist.
yeah.
We're trying to put
but-
something in the safe without the owner.
And honestly, it don't make sense how you put it in the safe.
Well, okay, so that part I did kind of understand.
Well, I understood it, but it was like, does it really like?
You have to trick your brain into thinking you came up with the idea, otherwise you'll know it was planted there.
But Cillian Murphy knows that Dom or Cobb, whatever you want to call him, put it there. Because he's the one who guided it to him.
No,
The moment he
because
sees
they
him,
tricked him. Well, no, because that was the whole point. They tricked him into thinking Cobb was like, you know, head of security Dreamland edition. And
I hate the idea that like there's training. Even like he just maybe has an aggressive background and like so his brain is super like agitated when people come in. Could have just said that.
no, you got to train against Inception, even though nobody's ever incepted.
Well, people have stolen ideas.
I
in
know.
the Dream world apparently, like they
Which-
tried to do with Sato.
Which confuses me more because
I think it makes more sense to steal ideas.
no, because I don't know if anyone's ever had an original idea ever.
They kind of say that it's like
Right. So does it make sense to steal ideas because it's
Well,
not
if
an
we're-
original idea anyways? What are you
if we're
winning?
stealing information that they wouldn't know,
Yeah, that makes more sense, but
because that's what they're trying to steal from Sato originally, from Kolba Industries, which is just such a
for
boring name.
Kolba Industries.
That says Cobalt.
Cobalt, that's right. Kolba,
Like-
it works. I mean, that would have made more sense for Christopher Nolan's naming scheme. Kolba.
Yeah.
Yeah, having the very beginning of the movie also be the very end of the movie is an interesting
ru-
choice.
It kind of ruins it too, because the moment you hear that, like, oh, you're an old man, but like they say that, like, the moment that Sato gets shot, that like you become an old man and stuff like that. It's like, oh, so he's gonna die at some point.
Yeah. So
Thanks
he's
for
the
telling
old
us.
man. All right.
I mean, it's not like, what's his name? He was in Godzilla, so I should know this.
He was in Godzilla.
Yeah, Ken Watanabe, yeah. Ken Watanabe is not like super unrecognizable. He's like his face is pretty recognizable.
Yeah. I don't know. The whole Mal thing confuses me a little bit.
Why?
Why does he remember her as just a cunt? You're the only memory of your wife that you supposedly love is that she is just the most ginormous piece of garbage to ever live.
She
Is
is a fucking cunt.
wild.
But that's not.
She never betrayed you. You betrayed her,
not-
you piece of shit.
The Mao we see is the embodiment of the guilt he has over his wife retaining the idea he put in her head.
Maybe he shouldn't have tried Inception.
He didn't. He wasn't trying to. He was trying to get back home, so he could
By
spend time with
using
his wife's kids.
Inception.
And he used Inception to do it. But like, dude, I would have just pushed her wife in front of a train.
Jesus Christ.
We're all about watch murder on this channel.
Dude, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't. Oh, dude. I don't know. Also, just that. I'm going to plant this idea in your head that you're not real and nothing is real. You didn't think that would backfire in any way.
Tom's kind of a stupid motherfucker in this movie.
Yeah, they try to portray him as one of the smartest people ever. He's the biggest idiot I've ever seen.
Arthur, I think, is the smartest one, which is Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No.
Character. Yeah.
Eames.
Using the elevator. Oh, Eames is pretty smart too.
Yeah.
But Eames also. I don't think Eames is like smart like how like Arthur is smart. He's just like Arthur uses like everything around him to kind of figure stuff out. Eames is just like suave smart. He knows how to get through every situation. Also, his accent, top tier.
What kind of accent? Because Tom Hardy doesn't know how to do any accents. He just makes things up. He just creates an accent, and that might be what makes his character so cool.
He's English, so I assume it's like Northern English.
He can't do an English accent though. No, like he can't.
His bangs.
Have you ever watched Peaky Blinders? Dude doesn't know how to do an English accent.
He's also in Peaky Blinders.
Yeah,
I haven't watched Peaky Blinders, so I should. Because
was that directed by Christopher Nolan too, based off who's in it?
Well, and Natalia Joy's in it, so I probably should watch it. She's my favorite actress right now.
Goodness.
She is. She's a great actress. We'll talk about her in a few weeks when we go to the menu, but
well, spoilers.
I said in a few weeks. If that could be a month, that could be 2 years.
Oh no, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Damn, that's crazy. So apparently people get super confused about this dream set a dream, where in some countries they have to put like the number of the level they're in. I'm like, it's not that hard. Is it rainy? Is it snowy? Are you in a hotel? These are the 3 options here.
Yeah.
Like, why are we so confused? Or are we on a plane? If we're on a plane, we're back in real life. It's not that hard.
Right. Right.
But I don't know how people get so confused about like where they are in the film.
You know, that wasn't really an issue I had.
Yeah, everyone's like, I don't know what dream we're in. I'm like, really? You can't tell by either A, the cast of characters we're currently with, or B, the fucking setting.
In a world knowing that existed, though, I would be spinning my top or rolling my loaded dice constantly.
That's fair.
Every 5 minutes. Because that would freak me the fuck out.
I think you're just disillusioned with reality, my guy. I think that's what you're saying.
No, I think people are fucking psychotic.
They are. This won 4 Oscars.
Really?
Yeah. I'm trying to find the Oscars, but IMDb wants to be slow like motherfucker today. Please show me the Oscars. I want to know that. Okay. Inception. Oscar. Okay. But I will tell you the Oscars once they fucking show. There we go.
They won't.
Oh my god, I found it. Best motion picture of the year. It won best movie of the year, which is wild. Best writing, and original screenplay. Best achievement in cinematography. I get the cinematography part. Like I can kind of understand that. The music, we'll get to that in a minute. One, and then best achievement in sound mixing. Let's go look at the 2011 Oscar nominees, because I don't think they should have won best picture.
No?
No,
you don't think this was best picture worthy?
Well, apparently it was not. Oh, that's actually wrong. Never mind. I can't read. So it wasn't? What the fuck? It was a nominee. Sorry, I apologize. It was a nominee. Black Swan was there. The King's Speech won. Social Network was also the year. Toy Story 3. True Grit's really good. Um, and The Fighter. All those are really good.
Oh, he's coughing.
Yeah. And there's did I not mute
No, you
myself?
did. I just looked over right as you did it.
I don't see it being that good as like a Best Picture nominee. Like I liked it. I didn't love it. I didn't think it was like this groundbreaking achievement like Interstellar was, or
I feel
uh
like that has to be just like a
it's Christopher Nolan, so we gotta put him in here.
yep.
I love Nolan. He's great, but like no.
No.
Just because we talk about it every week, $160 million budget, grossed $839 million worldwide.
That's
Definitely
not
favorites.
surprising. It's Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan.
But sometimes Christopher Nolan, like you never know. Maybe he just had a fumble, and maybe people are too confused and word of mouth got
See,
around
but
people.
it's not but it making that much money is because no matter what it is, if it has Christopher Nolan's name on it, people will go see it. That doesn't mean it'll be reviewed highly because he had a fumble. It was called Inception.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a hater. Call me a hater.
and I'm with you here. It's just that I don't think it's all that great.
No, it's like obviously it's not awful. It's just this is the most easiest thing to just poke holes in everything that happens.
Yeah. It's got a 91%, 91 audience rating, 87% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's insane.
Yeah, Interstellar, way better than this film,
Yeah,
and way more fun
in
to
every way. I think it was better
But-
acting. I'm also
yeah.
getting to the point. This is gonna offend people. The more
Yay.
I watch Leonardo DiCaprio, people say he's one of the best actors ever, and best of our generation. He's not that good. Every character is exactly the same. He's just Leo.
Yeah, younger Leo was a lot better than older Leo. I think like after like 2005-ish, 2006-ish, Leo kind of lost his
But even back
allure.
then, he wasn't ever some like insanely great I don't think he was
Space
ever.
Buchanan was great.
I don't know if I watched that.
Wilton Gilbert Grape, Titanic, The Aviator.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying most overrated actor to ever live. Maybe second. George Clooney's got to be up there.
George Clooney kind of gets off of name value alone.
But I think the thing with George Clooney wasn't people calling him a good actor. They just thought he was hot, which I also don't really understand. But
it's all in that gray hair.
I guess,
He's had that for years.
Yeah, dude's had gray hair since he was 24.
But like, I'm trying to get down into like how people thought this was so fucking confusing.
So I think it's just because people are dumb.
That might be it. 'Cause this is pretty simple to follow.
Well, okay, so it doesn't help that like the rules of the game constantly change.
It's a dream. It's supposed to change.
But the rules of how this process works shouldn't.
How so?
Like,
How's it changed?
I mean, they explain it every time, but I don't love the way they explain it most of the
They
time.
also tell you a lot of things instead of showing you.
Yeah. Because that's the only way to do it, because none of it makes sense. On a base level, none of it makes sense. So they have to tell you, because otherwise it would just be an even bigger mess than it already is.
It is.
People are going to hate us for this episode, and I'm so here for it.
I keep saying, we don't hate this movie. We just find it to be lackluster for Christopher Nolan.
Yes.
Christopher Nolan is constantly producing 9s and 10s. This is probably like a 7 or 8.
I'd go lower, but that's just me. It's weird because as a movie, it's fine, but like, this almost feels like you have to both keep your brain on enough to understand what Nolan's trying to tell you is happening, but also you need to shut your brain off because if you think about it, it falls apart. It's like a dream.
I was watching it enough that I think you have to kind of be in this dream state. to understand, like to fully like love this movie. Like I said, it's good enough. I just think I put my brain on because everyone got really confused, and I was trying to make sure that I wasn't confused throughout this movie, like I was with Interstellar. I kept my
Yeah.
brain on during Interstellar to kind of understand fully what was going on. And this, I'm like, a lot of this shit just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no. It's not confusing. It just doesn't make sense.
Maybe it's just like you get kind of put into a dream state the moment that like you watch the movie,
Right.
because it's kind of just like they throw ideas at you and you kind of have to try to understand at the moment, even
Right.
if it doesn't make sense.
Now, I definitely understand who invented this technology. Well, the military, so you could use it for training and just allow a bunch of murder. That makes
They literally
sense.
said to allow each other to murder. I'm like, cool. That
You know
yeah,
what? That
sure.
tracks. You know what? I could see our government doing that.
Well, they gave LSD to dolphins and
Right. So,
tried to
like,
get
it
them to
tracks. This
speak.
would be a thing.
Our military spends a little too much money on too many things.
That's true. But also, why? So Cobb's dad, Michael Caine's character, I think that's his dad.
It's his father-in-law, I believe. Actually, I think in
Either
small
way,
it's
not important.
dad.
Either way.
Yeah.
So he's teaching in France,
Yes, I think he's teaching psychology.
but his wife and the grandkids live in the U.S.
I was thinking about that too throughout the movie. I'm like, bro, like
And
when we
Michael
showed the
Caine
airport,
is
I'm
in
like,
the U.S. when Leo lands there.
that's
Why?
what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm like,
why?
weren't you just advanced, my guy? And why would you come back to the United States to take care of? Oh, wait, the kids are here. What are we doing here?
Right. Like, I don't. Why? Why
I'm
wouldn't the
like, are
whole
you
family move to France?
that? I thought I had the same thought the moment like he landed. I'm like, bro, the fuck.
Yeah, will you take this stuff to my kids in this other country, please?
And he's like, are you even supposed to be here? Like, for instance, in the fucking whatever the laws are to get back to the United States are a nightmare. I'm like, that doesn't mean they wouldn't arrest you and throw you in fucking jail for
Well,
years.
they might not.
No,
I
especially
don't
with
think
how
you
like
understand how lazy
no,
everybody
but like
is.
like how high profile of a criminal that they state he is,
Which
they would arrest him
doesn't
and
make
throw him.
sense to me. He
They think he
killed
just committed
one
murder
person, but it was one murder. I'm sorry.
unless the dream things
I've
are
seen
so.
I've seen real law enforcement care less about people who have murdered 30 or 40 than this show claims they care about the dude who killed his wife. Ooh.
Unless this dream heist thing is like so like high profile that like it's like this insane thing, and they know he did. I don't know how you prove that he was in the dream.
Right.
Besides, if you
I
see
saw
him
this
like
guy in my
ID'd in,
dreams, but that's also just not how it works because your dreams are full of any face you've ever seen ever.
it's his subconscious that fill in the fucking area that they literally
Right.
state that.
So he would be in a lot of people's subconscious if he was in the news for murdering his wife.
Exactly.
That's why people
It,
see like celebrities in their dreams.
mm-hmm.
I got very distracted watching your dogs. I'm
I
sorry.
know. I don't know what he's
He
doing
just
right
knocked
now.
down the other blanket. That's all I know.
He's such a dick. He
I love it.
literally he knocked down all the blankets a few days ago, and then he complained to me that the blankets were on the bed because of the futon. I usually take a nap with them, so
Fair.
um, so he just kept complaining that the blankets were on the bed. So I'm like, dude. Anyways, everyone's pretty decent in this movie. Like, again, like Leo's kind of just Leo. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, like I said, he's the most handsome man in the world.
I don't
Um,
know about that.
hey, he's dreamy. I promise you, he's
I
dreamy.
don't know about that.
Also, he was in one of the best fucking romance movies ever. 500 Days of Summer.
Never seen it.
We breaking stuff over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen anything with Joseph Gordon-Levitt
Really?
outside of like The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
That's because no one hated Robin for a reason.
Yeah, you should use your real name more, Robin. It's like fucking Christ.
That's fucking dumb
I
concept.
hated it. I hate.
Um,
I. One
Hans
day we will
Zimmer.
talk about those, and I can go into how much I hate what Christopher Nolan did with Batman.
Hey, I love Batman Begins.
It's all perfectly mid because he just took all the comics he could find and burnt them and decided to do his own thing, and I hate it.
Um,
How can I
but
ruin this character? Oh, this
so
very obviously Middle Eastern man. Let's make him Irish.
so like yeah.
No. God, dude, I hate
Anyways,
him.
normal for a
Sorry.
Christopher Nolan film, Hans Zimmer does the score for this film, and I think it's great. It has
Yeah.
a nice spectacle to it. It's not as like inspiring as like Interstellar because that again, the clicking of Interstellar
I
is
suffered
like
the fate of not hearing the music a lot, which to me is a bad sign.
you had the Tombstone effect.
Yeah, a little bit.
We'll just call it the Tombstone effect from now on.
There you go.
But like I thought like when like she's curving the entire
Oh, that was sick.
place,
All
you
of
can
that
just
was
get
sick.
the orchestric sound to it is just like an epic sound. It's normal epic like music, but I think that Hans Zimmer just does it perfectly. Um, I do think the visuals in this film are
Oh, they're
very well
incredible.
done. Like the moment when they're sitting in the when they're sitting in
Little cafe. And
The Debussy Cafe.
yeah. And it blows her mind that she's in a dream, so everything starts exploding.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
The curving of the city, even the hallway scene where everything's spinning.
Yeah.
They did that practically, which is impressive enough. But it looks decent. It just doesn't look good as a action spectacle because again, Chris Nolan can't shoot. He can't shoot action. He struggles.
I think he wants it to be too much of a spectacle. Because all of the action's always super overplayed. Just like
Yes.
every scene where there's a gun, it suffers from that fun movie trope. Infinite ammo.
Yeah, no one kind of runs out of ammo to do that.
Even when they do, it still doesn't make sense. You just fired 47 times out of that pistol. Now you have to reload?
But
Why?
it's a dream, though. So, like, does ammo really even exist?
I don't know.
And they're not real people they're killing.
I've never
also cop out.
shot a gun in a dream. I wonder why. That's fun.
I do think that the gun, about the guns and shooting things. I think one of the best moments in the entire film has to do with Joseph Gordon-Levitt struggling to shoot these fake people off these roofs. So Tom Hardy just rolls out with the.
Which where the fuck did he get a grenade launcher?
A dream. It doesn't matter where he gets
I
it
guess.
from. It's a common excuse that you can use.
I hate that so much. They make
But,
sure
like,
everything is so planned, but then homie just pulls a grenade launcher out of his ass. I know.
And I don't remember the line he says. I think it's like have a little bit of imagination or have a little bit of creativity. And he just fucking blows everything up. And I fucking love Tom Hardy in this
Well,
movie.
I mean, they did say that Arthur had no creativity. He lacked imagination. He's the best at what he does. He just has no imagination.
He's no fun. Yeah, he's just sticking in the mud.
The introduction scene for Tom Hardy's character might be my favorite in the whole movie. Just the way those two are having such a casual conversation. It's like, yeah, we can talk once you lose your tail. Fuck. And then the way he just goes over, Gerald, how you doing? Wrong guy.
I think we get hung up on like Leo and Elliot Page and like everyone around them with this movie with the acting. But honestly, I think the stand-up performance in this might be Tom Hardy. He's just so charismatic and fun.
So goofy. Dude, he's great.
And then when Cillian Murphy gets fucking killed at the end of the film, he's just like, well, we're done here.
Oh well. Whoopsie.
I fucking love it.
It's all so goofy.
I also hate
And then the whole, when we drive off this bridge, that's the kick that'll wake you up. They rolled the van seconds before that. That should have woke them up. I don't understand.
I think oh my god, I was gonna
It's like, see what I mean? The rules don't make sense. Once you feel like you're falling, you'll wake up. They roll the car. Nobody budges. Nobody even realizes they rolled the car. It's like, what? Hello? I don't.
Oh my god, what was I gonna say? Oh,
Sorry.
No, you're good. I forgot like before you even said anything.
Oh,
God, it had to do with fucking Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Oh no.
When he's cuddling Cillian Murphy, when Cillian thinks he's the uncle, when they get out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Good work. Good job.
Oh my god, I fucking forgot. I have no idea.
Dude, just lost it entirely.
I did. I entirely lost it. The idea of limbo kind of messes with me. Not messes with me. Like I think it's also kind of stupid because it's just your own brain.
Yeah.
Can you really get lost in your own brain?
Probably.
But like, I don't think you go insane if you.
I couldn't. Well, I guess maybe it'd be easier. It's just really dark in there.
Especially in your brain, apparently. It's just word.
Yeah, like.
But like, I don't like limbo is kind of a weird idea. Like, it don't make sense.
But also, if you go into limbo, you're stuck there. But here, let me go in and get him out. What?
What? Apparently, if you died that sedated, you go into limbo.
Yes.
But if you die in limbo, you come out.
Which makes no sense.
Or you get a kick out of limbo, which also makes no sense, because how are you kicking out of a place that you couldn't kick out of, apparently?
Right.
Until you died.
And
again, Christopher Nolan, he don't follow no rules in this film. He's just like, I'm gonna make something that's so grand and that it confuses enough people where no one questions the fucking.
No, he just did stuff and tried to write the rules in afterwards, I think. And realized, none of this works. Let's just keep adding corrections. Bro's like a fucking Wikipedia page. This movie is just a shitty Wikipedia page. Incredible.
So everyone questions whether Cobb comes back to reality. I know Michael Caine already stated about it, but it's kind of obvious when you watch it. Michael Caine's not in any dream, and he would never be in any dream because he's not part of the crew. He's never like in any dream beforehand.
That doesn't matter. He could just be part of Cobb's subconscious.
Not like that. No, not like that.
Yeah.
No, because also it's after he sees Sato. So
you're telling me nowhere between the airport and wherever the fuck they're at, he could have been put to sleep again?
I doubt it.
I don't.
I do.
He's been we've seen him put to sleep on a plane and a train. Why not a fucking... Oh, we've also seen him put to sleep in a car. And on a chair. Like, why not? I think it would make for a much more interesting movie if the ending means he's just in a dream again.
But they've already, like, again, Michael Caine already went out and was like, everything I'm in is real life, which, so whatever. But, like, the idea of the ending, if he doesn't care of the
That's
dream,
just a diversion.
does not, well, yeah. But the idea, like, everyone, like, comes up with the idea that the ending of the film means he doesn't care if it's a dream anymore, makes no sense, because the whole idea was to get out of fucking limbo and get out of dealing with Maul. So, like, his whole
he's not dealing with Maul.
Yeah, the thing is he would care if it's a dream. He wanted to get back to his real family.
But he obviously didn't care if it was a dream because he didn't wait to see if the top stopped spinning. Though Christopher Nolan also framed that poorly.
It was also wobbling.
Yeah.
I'm like,
cut it just while it's spinning. And then truly, because then we'd be curious. Whereas it totally looked like it stopped spinning right as it cut. Which means it's real. You tried to do the like, cool ending, but you totally fucked it up by leaving in an extra 3 frames. For somebody so detail-oriented, you forgot to just trim the end of the video. You forgot YouTuber 101. I don't understand.
I think a lot of what people love about this film is what we don't like about it because it's not explained well enough in a way where it's not seamlessly explained where it's just they just shove it in there.
Yeah,
But like
phrasing.
it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just you could have done better, Christopher. No, we have such a high expectation for you. Me and Caleb on my other podcast, we had this term called the Becky Lynch standard. It's a higher standard set for her above like anyone else
Sure.
because she's so good. There's a higher standard. Christopher Nolan has that standard when it comes to directors. So, Christopher, you missed your standard here, bud. I'm gonna be real with you. It's a good film, just not great. It's a fun film to watch. I just don't think you wanted to be smart like you did with Interstellar, and you missed the fucking mark. Because dreams don't follow science.
And then when you tried to create science and
Yeah.
you just forgot your own rules.
Also, how are you putting people to sleep with a fake device? When they're in the dream, they use another device to go to sleep.
Well, everything else worked in the dream. I mean, the guns shot and hurt, so I mean, why wouldn't the device work?
But they didn't kill. Like Sato would live no matter what. He'd just be in limbo if he died in the dream.
Which makes him a vegetable, which leads to the new, is a vegetable really alive?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's a fair question.
I guess.
Which we can't answer that one with science either. This movie forgets science. But don't worry, they talk about engineering, kind of.
They talk about paradoxes, and there's a point where Joseph Gordon-Levitt uses the stair paradox that he shows Elliot Page in the film, and then he goes to his paradox. I'm like, bro, it ain't as cool as you think it is.
Well, I mean, those were actually some of the coolest points in the movie because they're the only things based in reality.
Him saying paradox and pushing the guy off, I'm like, dude, really?
That one was goofy, but you know, everybody's got to have their goofy one-liner when they.
I guess, but like, such a lame paradox.
Paradox.
It's such a lame fucking one-line.
That's what I'm gonna start saying when I push people off the stairs. Just shove them downstairs. I'm just gonna start pushing people downstairs and just going paradox. I'll be known as Paradox Man.
Wyoming's going on a fucking manhunt for the one man actually in the state.
The issue is there aren't very many buildings higher than like 3 stories, so I don't even know if anyone would care.
You can find the one building with stairs in the whole fucking state.
Like, you got stairs in front of your house, but I don't think that anybody cares about those 3. Goofy.
This whole film's pretty goofy.
This whole...
I feel like it's a VFX show, honestly, when it comes down to it. Like, Christopher Nolan.
Hey, look what I can do.
Yeah. And just kind of built the movie around it and just didn't really know what to do with it. But that's fine. And again, it's a fun action movie to watch. It's just nothing I probably... Like, there's a reason why I haven't gone back to this in like a decade.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't rewatch it again.
I was going to say, I don't know if I ever will, unless it's just like a... You know, I guess
Let's just shit on Christopher Nolan now, apparently.
Unless I find somebody who, you know... A partner who's just like me and never watched movies before, apparently. But even then, I doubt I'd go back to this one.
I find it wild that you've never seen this film.
Because movies cost money.
But it was so popular back in the day that like I'm just...
Popularity never mattered to me.
It's at 133 IMDb. There's a lot of movies that's come out since 2010. So...
See, here's the thing. I didn't watch Game of Thrones until season 8 came out.
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Right. See, so it being popular has never mattered to me.
Yeah, but Game of Thrones is a little bit different than... this movie's confusing. I don't ever want you to watch it, though.
See, nobody talked about it, though. And I've never been the type of person to go, ooh, Leonardo DiCaprio movie, gotta go check that out. I don't give a fuck. I don't know if I've ever been like, ooh, actor in movie, gotta go watch that.
Really? I have a
I don't
list
think
of
I've
actors.
ever done that.
I have a list of actors. I like if they're in a movie, I'll go see just because they're in it.
Yeah, I don't.
That's wild.
But it's just like, I don't know, the way I listen to music. Normally I don't go, ooh, band, that must mean must listen to. I just kind of like songs.
Are you a fan?
No, maybe
You're
not.
a fan of anything? You're just not a fan of anything.
Like, I don't know. Like, I like songs. I don't like bands. Because I don't think I've ever sat down and like listened to an album. I listened to songs off of albums.
Torture's Post Department was great.
Yeah. So you know what I do? I wait until I like hear a song from that, and I decide from that song if I like that song. I don't care who the artist is. I don't care any of it.
You don't love taste.
That's why my playlists are full of random one-offs of like, yeah, who the hell is this band? I'm like, I don't know, dude. It's a good song though. That's all I know is a good song. You're telling me you've never looked at anything else this band's made? No. I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, and I don't go to movies because it's Christopher Nolan.
I think that's wild though.
I don't know. I saw the trailer for Oppenheimer, didn't even know it was a Christopher Nolan movie, and went, ooh, that looks cool.
Fair.
And then it said Christopher Nolan, and I was like, oh, well, people will think it's good.
Was it good?
I enjoyed it.
This right here. How good is Oppenheimer?
See, but people aren't gonna like my answer.
I'm putting you on the spot. I'm gonna force you to say something that might get you in trouble with everyone else.
Why is it gonna get me in trouble?
Because if you think it's bad,
but I just said it was good.
Yeah, but like, how good?
I mean, I would probably. It's a top 2 Christopher Nolan film.
Interstellar, I'm guessing.
Yeah. If you do the science right, I'm gonna like it. That's pretty simple.
That's fair. Okay.
And most people just didn't like it because attention span hard.
That's a fucking spider. Holy shit! This is a giant spider.
You're a
on my
duck.
wall right now.
Eat it.
Fuck you.
That's what ducks do. Bro's got a Converse. Bro's showing underwear to her.
He's dead.
Why did you have to hit it? Why did you have to hit it 4 times?
I hate spiders, dude.
Kill it with one. Be a man.
Well, it's my fucking light that's right here in my monitor. So I was like, if I swing hard enough, I'm gonna fucking miss.
Bro's got no aim.
You know, I'm a first baseman when it comes to baseball. I got no aim. I just hit bombs.
Except you have no aim, so you don't even make contact. You just strike out.
Exactly. I'm Javi Baez.
Nah, see, because Javi Baez, he needs to be studied.
This film about dreams has gone to Hollywood.
I've never seen a player fall off so hard. Leonardo DiCaprio incepted the idea into him that he should be bad. He used to have so much aura too, and now he's got nothing.
Well, he went from the Cubs, which is a franchise, to the Mets, which isn't a franchise, and then to the Tigers, which isn't a franchise.
So nothing should have changed.
Well, he went to the Cubs. That is a franchise. So
not really. They were a franchise for a year.
And I mean, in Chicago it was a big deal. So
nobody cares.
Yeah, no one gives a shit.
It's Chicago.
Fan, so. Hey. The Bears are better than the fucking Vikings, anyways.
Based off what? Not winning games.
Rings.
I mean, are we not counting NFL championships? Bastard. Rings a ring, man.
Didn't the Bears have more NFL
Yeah, they definitely do, because the Bears existed for like 80,000 years. Well, and we also give the Bears credit for like the 82 other Chicago teams that weren't the Bears. But hey.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Anyways, Leo is all right. Christopher Nolan underperformed. Inception's okay.
Yeah, it is
We're
by
gonna get
far the
we
lowest
are gonna.
rated film on my Letterboxd.
You have a letterbox? No, bitch, you didn't send it to me.
I definitely didn't send it to you. You told me to make one.
Yeah, you didn't send it to me.
I didn't know I needed to. I figured you were smart enough to know my name everywhere is the same.
Fine, I will find it. I didn't know you had. You don't follow me, bitch.
No, I don't. I don't know how this works.
You don't have
I'm
your
getting
thing?
annoyed because it like wants me to write out a review, and I don't want to do that. I'm about to have all of the reviews be if you want the review, link to this video.
Oh, I had that
And
for some of mine. So
because like I'm just gonna use the Geek Slays letterboxd is just gonna be like only for movies we review on Dueling Fates, and then
That's
giving
fair.
them numbers based off of that.
just in the review it says one.
Yeah, right. Episode
Um,
1, episode 2, episode 3. Here you go. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean,
Inception is that's
this is.
tough.
I want to say this is close to Tombstone in my opinion.
No, it's so for me it's so much lower.
You know that I didn't love Tombstone. I liked Tombstone. I just didn't love it. Um, but yeah, Inception underperformed. It's all right. Not as great as I remember it being, but I also was like probably like 12 when I last watched it. Anyways, next week is Mr. and Mrs. Smith,
Yeah.
not the TV show, you know, with Childish Gambino and was it Aquafina? I don't think it's Aquafina.
I have no idea. I
I know
refuse to
Chelsea.
acknowledge its existence,
Well,
which
we
I
can
do
talk
with
about
most
Brangelina.
remakes. If you remake something, I tend to not care. It was better the
fair.
first time. That's almost
Not
a
always.
guarantee. And I don't
No.
care. I'm going to say it was better the first time. It didn't need remade.
Question is The Force Awakens better than The New Hope?
That's not a remake, though. It is different.
It's a remake.
It's
a remake.
not.
It's a remake.
There are things that are
Don't be
different.
stupid.
Just because you
That's
can
the
point,
remake.
yes, the overarching plot is very the same. So is the
Very-
overarching plot of every Star Wars movie ever, except for
Balls.
Revenge of the Sith.
And Phantom Menace, and Attack of the Clones.
No, Attack of the Clones was just bad guy wins day. That was just Empire
Attack of the
Strikes Back.
Clones?
Yeah.
I guess they win at the end of the film. We'll talk
Yeah.
about that at some point in the future.
But it was just Empire. They all follow the same basic structure. It's Star
That's how
Wars.
every trilogy should work.
But right, so I'm sorry that it shared a lot of similarities. I wish they would have I can't wait to talk about Star Wars.
Dude, I don't think I need to rewatch them. I think I can just talk about them.
I could definitely talk about them, but you're giving me another excuse to watch them another time.
Exactly.
I definitely would already
haven't seen
watch them
Solo,
once a
so-
year, but
My dog was just trying to eat the spider off my shoe.
let them. Protein.
He wasn't going to the proper spot of the shoe. He was trying to go into the shoe. And
Nice.
He's not the smartest dog in the world.
No.
Anyways, Brangelina next week, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That should be fun. I don't think I've seen that or haven't
Really?
seen it in like 10 years. Like all these movies that we like, these first like bunch I haven't seen in 10 years. Like the next few weeks, I think the only movie I've seen before like a movie that's come out like in the last 5 years is The Day After Tomorrow. And I think I only saw that in my science class like a few times because we did
So
that's Wire.
the Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I don't consider it a rom-com.
No, it's a
could-
rom action.
It's yeah, there is definitely one line that makes me pop every time. It's hilarious and I don't know why.
Wrestling terms is wild.
Absolutely. Got to use them. Every time. Every time. It's so fucking funny for no reason.
I am probably watching it tonight after I record with my buddy Caleb.
There we go.
And then I will get back to you about what I thought about that. I probably will find that line if it's that funny, actually. But yeah. Anything else you want to add for today?
Yeah. Inception bad.
I don't think it's bad, but you know, whatever. Anyways, next week, Brangelina, and until then, remember to subscribe, like the episode if you did like it, and maybe don't hate us as much, hopefully, because I mean, I liked it enough to hate him, not me. That guy you should.
I'll
hate.
be arguing with you in the comments. I'll see you there.
But until next week, bye bye.